Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPrath. My name's Kenan, the producer. Thanks for tuning in. Um, Little technical snafu. My apologies for the introduction music that's normally there was not this time. However, we've got some great things to say this evening. So before I get into that, for anyone who's out there joining us, whichever platform it is, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, be sure to say something in the chat so we know you're here. If you don't say something, there's no way for me to put you in line. So we try to get to everyone in order, and the first time, of course, there's no charge for readings, so don't be shy. Going forward after the first time, it's $10 per card, or you can also pay $100 and cover the entire month for readings. So pretty sweet deal there. I highly recommend it. Quick thought before I turn it over to Christopher, which is this. One great problem-solving tactic is to look at and understand the issue from various angles. 12-step recovery programs often recommend what they call a geographical, where all unhealthy connections are severed by literally moving to a new city, state, or even country. Internally, problems come in all shapes and sizes. And thankfully, this tactic works on an emotional level as well. Developing the skill of pausing and resetting our thoughts enables us to obtain a new angle on any aspect of life. So thanks for listening to me. Enjoy the show. Here's Christopher.
Happy Wednesday night, everybody. Great blessings to you. I light the incense to bless you with new experiences and amazing synchronicities. So, this is for you. This is helping clear your field to even be open to new experiences and going above and beyond any fear that you might have around them, and just jumping in and doing it. Trusting the flow. So, great blessings to you. So tonight we wanted to talk a little bit about relocation. Most people think when you say the word relocation that you're moving. You could be moving states. You could be changing jobs. You can be changing towns. But let's think about relocation and changing states. I don't know if many of you have lived in different states. I know I have. Many states, actually. And every time that there was a move, there was kind of a big dissipation structure. And so that's what this group card tonight is. It's called Gaian Awakening. It's also Woman Awakening. Boom, boom. Not just Guy Awakening, it's Woman Awakening. But this is Gaian Awakening. It's the Earth Awakening. It is everybody on the Earth. And it requires a relocation. It requires a change of state. The state of mind. So, I've said on the show before, they used to call me the Crisco Kid, because I would be present at a party and then I would just leave. I would just be disappearing, and people go, well, where did Chris go? So they nicknamed me this Crisco Kid. But in actuality, before I really started this journey, I had a lot of angry people around me. And they had the most fantastic costumes. Unbelievable costumes. They were all dressed as church people. Just this kind of mild-mannered, smiling, deeply seated, angry people that if you said the wrong thing, they were on you. Well, what did I do to deserve that? What I realized is I was in a state surrounded by angry people because I had a lot of anger in me that I was not able to look at. I couldn't even see it. I was so angry. I had so much anger. I had more anger stuffed in me than a Thanksgiving turkey has stuffed with stuffing. I was angry, and I didn't even know it. Except sometimes I would blow, and then I would like, where did that come from? I'm such a nice person. So I'm speaking from experience. I wanted to share that with you. So the group card tonight is about prepare, relocation, and then ascension. So the shift obviously can be literally geographical. Kenan was born in San Antonio. I loved San Antonio. But then circumstances took us to Phoenix, Arizona, and I did not want to come to Phoenix. I hated it. I was so angry. But it was here that I met my teachers. And like peeling an onion, and it wasn't my onion. Have you seen those pictures of vegetables in Alaska? Because Alaska has like, I don't know, 6 months of daylight, and the onions are, yeah, they're huge. That was my onion. So I was for 30 years. I mean, everyone is still peeling the onion, but I have to brag, my onion was way bigger than most of yours. Anyway, so my point is this Gaian awakening is it's a shift in geographical or deep inner shift. It's with these new experiences, these synchronistic events that now begin to happen. So I want to give you an example. I just got a text from Teresa, not Teresa Lopez, but another Teresa. And she hasn't been able to be on the show as much because she has children and now is their dinner, bath, and bedtime. So, but she wrote me this. She goes, I watch the recordings at night sometimes. The collective consciousness is so incredible because they land even if I didn't join or you didn't pull a card for me. The one where it was letting go of worry, I had just done a huge session that day on worry. So I just thought it was really, really amazing because I don't know who watches the show when they're not live. I know some of the people do. But we've got, tonight we've got Teresa, Marilyn, Jeff, Laura, Tiffany, Jessica Marie, and Harlan. And if you come in, please, please, please say hi. Yeah, please say hi. And Jeff just texted me and asked me, so your onion is bigger than mine? Yes, Jeff. My onion was bigger than yours. Okay, so thank you all for being here. This is time to reach out and reach into your true soul. I'm going to shut this phone off. Sorry. Okay. Thanks, Jeff. It was a laugh. Reaching into your true soul, and your star family, and be open to receiving upgrades now. So when you move, when you relocate, you leave those old friends behind. And I think Kenan made that really good point about changing friends. And that's basically what I did. In fact, it was done for me. So I left the religion, and when you leave the religion, no one ever talks to you again. People you've known for 20, 30 years never talk to you again. And that was actually an incredible blessing. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, free at last. Okay, Chris Yamano.
She can't stay for long.
Okay, so Chris, I'll pull a card for Teresa, and then I'll pull a card for you next, okay? Because I know you can't stay long. So it's lovely to have you. Thanks for being here. Okay, Teresa, here we go. Teresa McMullen. Okay. I saw at Walmart, Teresa, there are pom-poms on sale. And dig in your closet, get out the old cheerleading outfit. This is the SUCCESS. That's the way you spell success. This is looking at these incredible they're telling me to tell you that every lantern that you've sent up, you know, like it and in Greece and in Japan and China, they have a lantern festival where they light the lantern and it floats up. This is honoring your path, but all of the blessings that you've had, everything is coming your way. All of your prayers have been and are being answered. So when you do a hot air balloon ride, I don't know if any of you have ever been in a hot air balloon. It's a really kind of an odd experience because you're moving with the wind, so you actually feel no wind. So you don't actually get a sensation of movement, which is really strange. But you have the sensation that you're not moving, but the earth is moving. You're standing still, but the earth is moving. So Teresa and Chris, Yamano, Marilyn, Jeff, Laura, Tiffany, Jessica, Marie, Harlan, and Lana, it may not feel like you're moving. Think of yourself as in a hot air balloon, and you have no sensation of movement. But you are moving, and you're moving sometimes at really fast speeds. It's not until you look down and try to get a sensation or focus that you realize how far you've come. You can see where you took off, you can see where the balloon inflated and you left, and now you're in a completely different place. That is a way to gauge your success, is look at how far you've come, look at the states that you've moved from. I can remember getting really angry at people that would pull out in front of me. It doesn't bother me anymore. Little things that come up and you go, oh, I'm really not upset about that. Because when Kenan was born, I knew absolutely I wanted to change. I could not live like that any longer. And within 6 months, my teachers showed up. So, good job, Teresa. All right, my dear Chris Yamano, thank you for being here. So, my dear Chris, you're a wonderful advocate for other people. Are you willing? Are you open to be a better advocate for yourself? And this energy goes out, if you permit it. Let me read you this. And it was actually, I think, on Facebook. When you feel guilty after setting a self-protecting boundary, You are overemphasizing with their emotional experience and underemphasizing with your own. So anywhere where you have taken on that your needs are less than, your desires, your wishes, your dreams are less than someone else's, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that now? Be a better advocate for who you are and help it clear your field around any wrongness that you've put upon yourself or allowed others to put upon you. This is like breaking free of that. So it's going to be making a change in some relationships that are really necessary for you to make the change in. Relocation, girl. Relocation.
She's working on that right now.
Yes. You say you're working on it right now? I know. It's what we're talking about. You know, it's what we're talking about. You're doing great at it, though. You're doing great at it. Okay.
OMG.
She says what?
OMG. Oh my God, I forgot.
It was great, Chris. Thank you. Oh, and Jessica says, this is too perfect. Too perfect. Spot on. Spot on. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Okay, my dear Marilyn. Here we go. You know what, too, Chris? I don't know what this is, but it's almost like politics. You have a very good way of, you can really sway people. And I don't mean like in a porch swing. Although, you know what would really help you is if you really did have a porch swing. But my point is that you have some clout, you have some oompha that can help influence people in a big time way. Okay, my dear Marilyn. Mantra is, I go around. I go around. So there's a roadblock in front of you. You back up a little bit and you go around. See somebody walking like, looks like a pretty mean dog. You just go around. Go across the street and avoid it. So, I'm going to go back to the beginning of the show, which is relocation. And use any frustration or anger that you're picking up from others, or if there's any of those frustrated or angry or depressed or sad people around you, use that as a mirror and go, okay, where am I frustrated or sad? Where am I? Universe, show this to me now. Because it's because it's coming up to clear. It's absolutely coming up to clear. So when you look at this oppression card, you can actually go under, over, and around the oppression. Because the oppression is keeping you from balance, but it's showing you the balance. Does that make sense? It's like you can still see balance on the other side of the oppression. And so that's where you're moving to, is you're moving to more toward the balance, the yin, the yang, and letting go, letting go, letting go. or what? And sometimes it's fear. Sometimes there's, you'll be watching something on social media, and it'll like strike a little bit of a fear. Use it. Where's that fear coming from? What is that fear? Identify it. Okay, Jeff, here we go. Well, thank you, my dear Chris. I'm so sorry I can't stay today, but literally exactly what I needed to hear. Sending love and light to all the beautiful souls. Thanks. That means a lot. All right, Jeff. Okay. So Jeff, you're. I hope you don't mind me mentioning. I hope you don't mind me announcing this on the show. But, dude, you're pregnant. Okay. So, I cannot speak from experience, Jeff, but any one of you, Lana, Jessica, Tiffany, Laura, Marilyn, any one of you that have been on the show and have had children, especially with your first one, there's all this kind of excitement and a little bit of fear and not sure knowing how it is. And after the second or third one, it's like, I got this, right? I got this. So you can read a book about, like Jeff, you can read a book about what it's like to be pregnant, and you can read a book about the birth process, and you can go to all the doctors and they'll tell you this and they'll tell you that, but it's a whole nother thing in experiencing it. It is a miraculous process. So you're moving from thinking that you're pregnant to actually giving birth. This is the rebirth card. Which is completely different. You're about to experience like this rebirth, and it doesn't necessarily have to be hard or difficult, but it is a difference between thinking that you're making the changes and then actually moving into making these changes, giving birth to a whole new way of life, a whole new way of thinking, completely different way of thinking. When I moved to China, it was really, really tough. But you're an adaptable creature. You're an amazing adaptable creature, and this gift is being given to you because you can handle it. You're absolutely going to be it's like a new life. It's like a whole new life is being given you. Things that you were not even aware of. Yeah. So that's a fantastic card. All right, my dear Laura. And if you're just joining us, please, you've got to say something in the chat, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Otherwise, we don't know you're here. Kenan cannot put you in line for a reading. Otherwise, we don't know you're here. All right? But thanks for watching. Okay, Laura, here we go. So this is domination card. So this is a little bit like this is a little bit like Chris Yamano's card, Laura, where it's being more of an advocate for yourself, but this is different in the Dominion card, and it's moving the energy out and opening the energy up for you. Um, to be dominant, more dominant in your field without worrying about other people not getting the position or other people. It's you just being very, very dominant. Sorry, I got this so what's happening here, Laura? The woman's gymnast, what's her name? The Biles. Amber Biles, right?
Simone.
Huh?
Simone Biles.
Simone Biles. Simone Biles. She doesn't apologize to the other worldwide gymnasts for her being the most and the best and the greatest. She doesn't. She sets the bar. She absolutely sets the bar. This is you setting the bar, dominating your field with no apology. There's not you anywhere where you felt the need to apologize for who you are, what you do, or your position or your abilities. Are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate that now? Flatten that field big time. Because you have work to do. You have an ability, again, like Chris, and it's freeing yourself of denial. Oh, Kat, you're
On the road to Myrtle
Kat and
Beach.
Road, yeah, you're on the road to Myrtle Beach. Okay, Kat and Jared are on the road to Myrtle Beach. Yeah, we'll definitely get on. We'll get you a card here. So you should look up a Marilyn and Abby. Are Marilyn and Abby on tonight?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. So anyway, getting back, Laura, this is the space opening up and owning the space of dominion.
It's so on point. What a sacred place.
Okay. All right. So you understand what I'm saying here. It's like the energy coming in, dominate, dominate, dominate. Okay, now I have to tell you all this story. Because I had this client years ago, and she could only read my book during the day. She didn't like reading it at night because it scared her. Okay. Anyway, she was really scared of the other side and ghosts and all of that. Anyway, she goes to buy a house. Didn't consult me, didn't call me, didn't. So she buys a house. You guys got to hear this story. So this goes back to, if you have angry people around you, it you use that to look at your own anger. Okay. So she was really scared of, like, the other side. I don't know how else to put it, but you know what I'm talking about. So she calls me one day and she goes, Chris, so my dogs every night, around when the sun sets, they go upstairs, and she had a sliding glass doors that walked out onto the patio. And she goes, my dogs will just sit there and bark at the patio. Bark and bark and bark and bark and bark, and I can't get them to shut up. I go, okay, so what's on the other side? What's in your backyard? Oh, just, I have green grass and nothing. I go, what's on the other side? What's on the other side of the wall? Oh, she goes, funny you should ask that. She goes, I went out there during the day yesterday, and I looked out, and there was a building on the other side of my wall, and they were carrying out bodies. I said, they're carrying out what? And she goes, oh, they're carrying out bodies. And I go, why are they carrying out bodies? She goes, oh, it's a mortuary. So she bought so any one of you on the show, would you not drive around your neighborhood to know what's on either side of you or behind you or in front of you? She bought a house behind an extremely haunted mortuary. But it caused her to take a look at that. Now her dogs could sense it, her dogs knew, but it really helped her, hopefully, grow. I haven't heard from her in many years. Anyway, I think Tiffany, you might know who this is, but that's the point, Laura. So my point of telling you this story, Laura, and telling everybody on the show, is your gifts are expanding. So pay attention to signs, like dogs. Pay attention to dogs, or bumper stickers, songs on the radio. These are messages for you, Laura. Okay, all right, Tiffany. Okay. Let me think what this is, Tiffany. Hang on. Oh, this is material gain. Hello. Hello. So it's in the H. It's in the H form. So say hello to money. Say hello to material gain. Oh, I just don't do it for the money. I do it because I love it. No, you can do it for the money and love it. It's not either or. This is you getting a promotion, moving ahead, becoming better known. What's the word? Recognition. It's like recognition and being okay with being recognized. So clearing the energy around allowing recognition, allowing you to stand out, being comfortable in the spotlight. Yeah. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. It's seriously that, like academically, writing articles, submitting articles for papers, magazines. It's becoming It's stepping up. It's coming in. There's material gain around this, Tiffany. And it's charging more for your sessions, for your for what it is that you do. Okay. All right, my dear Jessica Marie, here we go.
JC's on too.
Jason's on?
JC.
JC, okay. And I saw Heather's on.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Heather. Hi, Heather. All right, here we go, Jessica. Man, you want something very specific. I've been shuffling this deck for a while. Well, there are 80 or 90 cards in here, so. So, you got two cards. So you know how you've got to be absolutely paying attention if you're out by a pool with kids. Literally in seconds, that kid can go in the pool. You've got to absolutely pay attention. And I'm going to talk. So when I pulled this card, Heather and JC came on. So this kind of applies to you too, Heather, JC. Anytime, so swords are, this is the ruin card, swords are thoughts. Pay attention to your thoughts like you would a kid at the pool, a 2-year-old at a pool, without floaties. This is absolutely upping your game on how and what you are thinking. And then you've got the chance card. So your thoughts can either stab you all over, or they can create openings for you, just like a knife. Okay? Then you've got the chance card. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Know it. Go with your gut feeling. Wait for it, wait for it. The fog will clear. The fog is clearing. The fog is clearing. You'll know, you'll know, you'll know. Take your time. So you've seen those Wheel of Fortune where they can't guess the word, they can't guess the letter, and you're watching the television. You're going, you know, the phrase is "Mother, may I," or whatever it is. But the people that are playing the game can't figure it out. This is stepping back. So this is, again, viewing your thoughts. Think about your thoughts as being a waterfall. So it's like JC, Heather, Jessica Marie. Think of your thoughts as a waterfall, and you stepping behind the waterfall to view them. Pay attention to your thoughts and create the outcome rather than leave it up to chance. Watch, wait, it'll work out for you. Go with the gut rather than your head. Okay. And then we've got Harlan. Thanks for being here, Harlan. It's great to have you. It's my nephew up in Idaho. So this is freeing. This is more motion for you. More. This is called the unbound card. Anywhere where you've been bound in old belief systems, physically, this is doing like physical therapy or yoga or stretching. Spending some money on getting a trainer, but your stretching is really important. Watch videos on YouTube about stretching, different areas of your body to stretch. This is you becoming more unbound, mentally, spiritually, physically, unbound. Opening up, opportunities opening up for you. You are not a product of your past. You're not a product of your parents. You are you. This is unbound from all of that. Absolutely you, and stepping up and taking power. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. Yeah. All right, my dear Lanny. Usa. Peace. So how Spirit has used you, Lana, is to bring peace. Peace to the living and peace to the other side. So I don't know if you've been to Aunt Nona or Uncle Chuck's grave, but they're somehow acknowledging that you did something special for them. And it brought you peace, but you're moving up from an apprentice to really being more in this spirituality, where it really does bring peace to the living and to those on the other side. It's like what happened with this couple who died in that house that you ended up selling. And I think anyone on the show that's been here for a while knows Lana's story. She does real estate up in northern Idaho. Fabulous, fabulous person. But you're going to be getting more of that. It's like you're a spiritual detective. But they're acknowledging the peace that you brought. So it's not that your mom and dad are at the cemetery. They're not there. But they're acknowledging like because it's like they're there with you, but they're acknowledging your abilities to bring peace. It's like a symbol of bringing peace to the other side as well as this side. It's like you have one foot in both worlds. Okay, Kat, here we go. This is the Three of Stones, Kat. It's the it's the work. So immediately I see, for some reason, the tripod. It's like being more comfortable in front of the camera, documenting what it is that you're doing and how you're doing it. So this could be, it could be social media, podcast. There's something with a tripod, a foundation of a new beginning, but helping other people to understand what it is that you're doing, because it's like being able to teach them, because you're very real, you're very down to earth, you're extremely relatable, you're funny. This is absolutely getting it on camera. So this new venture with the spa, document it. Let people know. And it will be also really great advertisement, like really great promotion for your new business. And the thing is, when you start out in front of a camera, yeah, it's a little bit uncomfortable. But I was telling Kenan tonight before the show, I obviously, like, I can't see everybody. I can't see anybody. But I do envision, like, I'm actually talking to Kat. I see you, I'm talking to you, and I know you all can feel it. Like Teresa said in the text, which she texted me, is this expansion of consciousness. So this is a matter of you just getting in front of a camera, getting comfortable with selfies, start off with, and then doing some videos.
It's definitely not a comfort zone.
Yeah, definitely not your comfort zone. Yeah. So there's a reason, there's something important in this, because it's you feeling really good about yourself. So I know it's going to stretch you. You know, I went to one of these here in Phoenix. They have this these new clinics. They're called stretch labs, and these people are trained to stretch people. And man, it can be really uncomfortable. And I know this is really uncomfortable, but please, Jared, really encourage her. Kat, it's the inner, anyway, just, okay, just try it. Just do it. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but it will help you grow exponentially. All right, Jared, here we go. Oh, so Harlan says, I woke up yesterday and yoga in Arizona was on PBS. That's so wild.
Yeah, and Lana says she's working with another gifted property owner, calling the spiritual being on the property.
Wow. So Lana says, I'm working on with another lifted property owner, calming the spirit beings that are on the property. Yes, you are. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay, I want to hear that story, Lana. Okay, my dear Jared. All right, so I'm getting sorry, can't hear you. What are you saying? Hello? Okay, I'll call you back. All right, I'll call you back. I can't hear you. I'm getting that. This is the connection card. If you have a bad connection with somebody on the phone, they call you back or you call them back. Maybe they're out of range. They're getting a bad connection, but there's something with a reconnection here from somebody you've lost connection with, but mainly it's primarily with the business of reconnecting with somebody else coming back into the picture and helping you. or somebody you've connected with recently that's going to connect with you again, that will help you with the business. That's really cool. That's going to be, because your connection with connections is growing exponentially and bringing in greater for you. So remember, I've read for all of you so far. I have Heather and JC to go. And I pulled this card for Jared, but every reading helps to clear any energy around any of you that have had that type of a situation or a similar situation. So with this connection, it's all of us building our connections, especially with Source, with connection with Spirit, with our gifts. Okay, Heather. So this kind of goes back a little bit to Kat's card. Are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate your ideals around perfection? So a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, I was doing the show and somebody writes in the chat, "Oh, you have a dirt smudge on your forehead." No, it's an age spot. Now, I could have crumbled and just stopped the show, but it has nothing to. I'm like, I'm probably going to be doing this show when I'm 100. This is letting go of. It's not caring about your personal appearance, Heather, but there are things you can, exercise, food, diet, do all that, but let go of your idea of perfection and the source of that perfection, whether it was friends, family, society, and anywhere where you've had to feel like you've had to be perfect. Are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate, and just move forward anyway? That's like Kat getting comfortable on camera. Kind of the same thing with you. And when you look at pictures of yourself, are you complimentary or are you critical? Are you willing to just start being more complimentary? Okay, JC. All you got to do is set your mind to it, JC. Knuckle down, buckle down, do it, do it, do it. Get to the gym every day. Practice in front of the camera. Willpower, willpower, willpower. It's going to get you huge distances. Sheer willpower. Absolutely sheer willpower. Okay, we got everybody. Let's do this again Sunday night. Love you all. Have a great, great night.